are you doing here?
What do you mean, what am I doing here? I come to see my Sadie Poo. And here, give her this.
Hold up. You didn't call or anything before you came.
I text you.
But I didn't respond, now did I? You need to leave.
Ashley, I've been texting and calling you. Why you won't let me see my daughter?
Stop playing, Terry. Seriously, you need to leave. I barely get any help from you.
Because you won't let me. I try to come to performances at school, but you refuse to even let me know where they at.
We're supposed to, in this country, treat mothers and fathers the same with regard to custody. No one has a less equal position.
I only get to see my daughter when you want me to see her.
Whatever, Terry, look.
Please don't do me like this. Ashley.
Terry, you need to leave.
However, when I practiced in the family court and then was later a judge in the family court, I found that that law was honored in the breach. Most judges and most psychologists that served the court always thought that the mother was better. And I didn't always find that that was true.
This video is in no way to bash women, especially single mothers. No, that's not what this video is about. However, what this video is about is to show the importance of having a father. Now, I only date black women, so I will speak about what I know. A lot of women that have children, when they break up with the child's father or the child's father leaves, they feel they are punishing the father by keeping the child away from the father. Not understanding the same way they feel they're punishing the father, they are actually punishing the child. A lot of times, a lot of sisters use their child as a weapon to try to get the man to do whatever they want the man to do.
Hello, welcome to Reactions and Reviews. I'm your humble host, Eze. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show.
I'ma walk down when I can't now. I'ma walk down when I can't take. I'ma walk down.
No cap, man.
Walk down.
Hey, man, free the boy C5, man. Free Z9, man. Free
y'all.
Z7,
Man, free holiday, man.
Oh, man, free holiday, man. Free one, free Duke, man. I know.
What you saying?
Fame.
What are you saying? Act right now. Act right. Act like folk now.
Right, folks.
Act like folk now. Act like folk now.
My boy down in the backyard. Oh, you got.
Got some that type of folk. We got one. Tell him try. Go into move. Go into move. Go into move.
Yeah.
And one on the other end. Go into move, please. Go into move. Go into move.
You see, ladies, this is what happens when a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old boy doesn't have a father, doesn't have a male role model. Positive, not just any role model, but positive male role model to discipline him. This is what happens when boys grow up with no discipline.
I think it's more important to make headway in our own house. By the time the system comes into play, the damage is done. They're not locking up 7-year-olds.
Yeah.
You know, I was in Chicago a couple of 3-4 weeks ago, and we saw these little kids on bikes with masks on the side of their head, like 5 or 6 of them. And the driver said, yeah, they're little yummies. I said, who? He said, little yummies. Look up, Google Lil Yummy. Lil Yummy was an 11-year-old murderer.
Wow.
And you look at his picture, you'll see the headshot of him, and he's like this. And he got murdered at 11 by a 14-year-old.
Denzel is right. It starts at home. Everything always starts at home.
Makes no sense.
You blame the system? Where was his father?
Yeah.
It starts in the house. It starts in the home. And yeah, well, my father got locked up. Well, where was his father?
Yeah.
I grew up in the 80s. It was legal. A principal can whoop your ass when you misbehave. Spanking. And it was like this wooden, it was like a wooden, those kind of wood things from the cricket, from the game cricket. But it was a little smaller. Not that big, but it was smaller. And when you misbehave, the teacher tells you to go to the principal's office. You know what's going to happen when you go to the principal's office. He's going to give you 3 licks or 4 licks or sometimes 5 licks, depending on what you did. So it made the kids in school respect their teachers and respect their principal. But today, that's out the window. That's out the window. There's no discipline. And you got these badass kids coming to school disrespecting their teachers. some even beating up their teachers. And when the teacher defends himself or herself, that teacher gets fired, but that child goes unpunished. Look at the outcome, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the outcome.
If you made it this far, hit that like button and leave a comment to trigger YouTube's algorithm. I'm a new channel and I'm trying to grow. So hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to let you know every time I upload a new video.
So lack of education is what you see in the hip hop community, because the hip hop community don't value education. If a nigga can play basketball, he don't value education enough to go get the education, then go to the league. So they can't read, they can count, they lack reading comprehension. And there's nothing in schools, or there's nothing really at home to help this group of gangsters or this group of gangbangers, help them with their critical thinking skills. That's why most of their crimes are so brazen. They can't critically think. That's why you see a 10-year-old little boy get bullied with a bag of chips and go straight to the car and come out and shoot a gun immediately. Start shooting people. He can't critically think. There's nothing in our society right now that's developing critical thinking skills.
He's right. And why is that? Because in the 80s, there was still male role models around. That's why I have to keep going back there. Even the negative ones, your drug dealers, your carjackers, your robbers, your scammers, even this, they had rules. They had rules. Even though they were committing crimes, there were still rules. The do's and don'ts on the street. You don't disrespect a woman. You don't hit a woman. You don't disrespect your dad. You don't disrespect your mom. You don't disrespect your elder. These were still enforced in the streets. You know what I'm saying? These were still enforced when I was growing up. So it kept boys in line. Don't get me wrong, there was still violence, there was still, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, majority of the time, when a young boy at my age in high school, when I see an older male, automatically I respected him. When I see an older woman, automatically I respected her. Why? Because of my surrounding and the rules. But again, ladies and gentlemen, today there's nothing stopping these boys from just acting out.
This is the group you tell how to, they can't think outside the box. So they don't know that anger is a natural emotion. They don't know it's all right to get mad. It's what you do when you get mad. Right? So as soon as they get mad, homie, their initial thought is to hurt you. Whether that's their sister, the supervisor at work, their initial thought is to hurt you. They don't have the abilities and the skill to think away from hurting somebody, to weigh the cost and the benefits, to say, okay, well, maybe they don't have that ability, homie. So until their brain develop, this group of gangsters or this group of gangbangers, they the planet of the apes when the apes got the guns. They the monkeys with the guns. They the monkeys with the guns, and a lot of people go die.
It starts with the women thinking they are punishing the man and they're hurting that boy. Now, going past the women, the brothers, the successful brothers, the successful black men. When you brothers move out and detach yourself from your community, this is also plays a part. These young boys are growing up not seeing, the only thing they see are the things they see on television, the music they listen to, their homeboys, what they see on IG, the lifestyle of these rappers. It's all they see. And then when they're not looking at the rappers, when they come home, there's no man in that house to tell them, hey man, that's the movie, this is reality. See, I had that. These young boys don't. Their mother cannot control them anymore once they reach certain age. You see? Now, what is the solution? In my humble opinion, it starts with the mother. If a woman, you break up with your man or your man breaks up with you, do not punish that child. Let that child be with his or her father. Co-parent with him. That's number one. okay? As you're co-parenting, if the man, for you brothers, when you make it, I'm not saying don't move out. You are more than welcome to move out, but do not detach yourself, my brothers. Find a way to reach back out and do some kind of programming, do some kind of mentoring, do some kind of big brother mentorship. If we can do these two things, my brothers and sisters, I can almost guarantee you will see a switch. Give it 20 years, you will see the difference. You will see the difference.
Now, what do you guys think? Do you agree or do you disagree? Either way, leave your comments below so we can start this conversation. Until the next video, stay safe in the streets. Later. That will wrap it up for today's episode. And thank you for joining me. So please, leave a comment below. If you agree, if you disagree, it doesn't matter. Leave the comment below. And also, you tell me what you want me to cover. You tell me what you want me to discuss and what you want me to react to, okay? And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next episode. Please don't forget to subscribe. Let's rebuild the Black nuclear family. It is needed, okay? God bless.